2012, Australians spent a total of $646 billion on living expenses and material wealth.
An average West Australian spent $1,285 a week, the third highest in Australia.
Australians spent $13 billion more on alcohol than tea and coffee combined.
As well as this, Australians spent $78.4 billion on cars, whilst only $2.2 billion on public transport.
From a single Australian to a large family, an average total of $104 to $314 is spent on food per week.
From 2008 to 2012, the amount of Australian consumer spending went from $170,000 to $200,000.
So what do all these figures actually mean? Are Australians' standards of living too high or too low? Or are we altogether spending too much on things we don't need? We went round the University of Western Australia asking students about their opinion on this.
Holidays and groceries.
Technology, but crappy technology, not like stuff that can help renewable energy like phones and shit.
Mortgages. Housing.
Alcohol. We're spending most of their money on fuel and car services, because that's what I spend most of my money on.
Personally, I think we should spend money on the things that we see important. But unfortunately, a lot of people see possessions are important. But if you're spending time with your family or something like that, and you buy like a barbecue or something like that, that's good. I think you should spend money on things that give you other stuff from it, not just possessions.
Yeah.
In these economic times, you should be focusing on saving our money, because if you piss it all away, like, nah, you got to save it. Uncertainty, you got to save it. Education.
Study and maybe transport facilities and around Perth as well. Like more streets, more train stations, stuff like that.
Renewable energy, like windmills in Perth particularly.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that, and education and trusts. Then you create these trusts that have money in, and you could dedicate the money that they generate, the profits up to fund to. This is really off-putting.
What?
Charities, that's what. And then it would be a constant source of money for them.
I think I'd set my family up first, to be honest. I know that she hasn't, but I think they're the first people that would take it personally if you didn't pay them attention, with your money, I guess.
I think, I don't know, my parents will deal with it, but I think refugees, the whole detention centers, things like that, that's something where I would focus on.
$10 billion. Couple billion?
Well, the average person earns about $80,000 a year. Probably spends $70,000 of that. Times it by the number of people, 23 million, 140 billion.
Like $5 billion. Are you unplugging one right now? Because there's someone like in the library. Pretty sure it's Max Davis.
$2 billion.
So what, 24, oh jeez, I couldn't tell you now.
90 billion.
90?
90 billion. It's a lot.
Is that a joke? 646.
646 billion.
Really?
Alright.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. Can I change living?
I was going to say like 600 billion, but I didn't know if 600 billion was a number or not.
In the 6 minutes it took you to watch this video, $7 million has been spent by Australians. Our group will now discuss whether we should higher or lower our material wealth of living.